think they've ever made it to the championship game, the final. So,
who you talking about? PSV?
ZR, no ZR.
Oh, ZR. Yeah. I would say PSV made it to the NA finals last time against 07.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got over the hump for themselves the last tournament. ZR down 2-1. We'll see if they can come back, but if not, they'll be playing for that third place game for, I think, the third straight tournament. I think.
Well, we'll see what happens. I'm more focused on this game right now.
Oh, yeah.
Let them do whatever. We'll figure it out in a minute.
Yep.
This is the game I want to see, kids.
Oh, yeah. And we have the front row seats 5 minutes before everybody else.
Five minutes before everybody else.
Exclusive!
Hashtag winning.
That's right.
All right, boys. Well, we all made our picks at the beginning. Things have changed. The games, 4 of them anyway, have been played. One more to go. Who's going to win?
Oof. You're asking hard questions now.
These are.
I'm still giving it to 07. Or I'm still giving it to OPG, I mean, sorry. I'm mixing up the O's.
OPG. I'm sticking with 07 as well. I called 07 3-2 when we started this. I'm sticking with my pick.
I have the faith, and as I have talked about a couple times already, they do have the Southeast spawn on Atlantic, so unless... well, not unless. We'll see if OPG is going to be able to dig them out of what the competitive community believes is better spawn, better positions.
We'll find out.
Okay,
07
why is
has
that?
returned to their original team composition: double Republic, double Des Moines, double Zhao, double gearing.
And we
where
see
one of those Des Moines is going.
Kirin Ichiban switching up the Hindenburg, going to Zhao. Otherwise, pretty much the same thing over here on OPG side.
Okay.
Now, I have some quote-unquote insider information I'm not going to share until this battle is over because of, whatever, sportsmanship you might want to call it. But
okay. Fair enough.
We'll talk afterwards. Remind me to mention this. Okay. We see OPG going for a push. Looks like A and B. Interestingly enough, Cody hasn't moved at all. He's disconnected. Why have they not asked for a mulligan?
Now's the time.
Well,
they're running out of time.
Got 37 seconds left.
It's within 2 minutes. You got to call for it. Well, we'll see what happens. We've got Gearing Republic and Zhao heading down to the bottom of the map by A for 07. One of the Des Moines. Which Des Moines is that? That is Zim is going to be snuggled up to that island. he and Dr. Citadel are going to trade spots on either side of that island and do their thing at B.
We saw Zim parked behind that island and do stupid things before.
Well, he was parked up north, which is where they're sending MF Jones's Des Moines.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize Zim is going to be. Okay, got it. I only saw the Des Moines on the minimap.
Zim's going to that island. Yeah. Zim is the southern Des Moines on the minimap.
Both of them taking a little bit of chunk damage, trying to jockey for position over there. But we all know what they're
they're
going to do.
Yeah, but not too bad.
No, nothing serious. Just a little bit of chip damage. But we all know what they're going to do. They're going to sit there, and they're going to basically be a blockhouse of AA and radar in that spot the whole time.
Cody is moving, so he's reconnected. He's doing stuff. He's going to obviously miss some of the initial opportunities. Still not sure why they didn't call a mulligan, but hey.
Well, hold on, boys. Now that I think about it, that very first game was a mulligan, if I recall correct. And was it not OPG that called for it?
Yes. Are they not allowed to call again?
No, I think you only get one mulligan per set.
Even on a 5? Interesting.
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Potato dodging some torpedoes that were coming into the A cap, and now he's going to try to get back on the cap.
He is now spotted by fighters. Bombers coming in. So here comes... Nope.
And he misses. I'm surprised Potato did not dig himself on the A cap.
Oh, look at Fret Star. Okay, he dodged. Shells from Republic were coming in on him as he kind of hung their broadside for a little bit. From Ruslan.
I don't know about you, Zath, but Potato has circled around the southeastern side of the A-cap a couple times. I'm really surprised that he hasn't gotten onto the A-cap to try to get it here early on. Really surprising.
Doing something a little different with MF Jones this time around. He's in the C cap.
Yeah.
Wow. This
Found
is
himself a
very-
nice little spot here that he's going to just cap and probably be more or less unmolested.
Look at that. That's a very slim slice of water pizza to shove
Yeah,
yourself on the cap there.
but it worked.
Water pizza.
Yeah, the little tiny triangle.
A little
Right?
sliver.
Yep.
Yep. That's
But we know one of the DDs is in B, but no radar on him just yet.
You know, I think this is a misplay for 07 down on the south. That gearing Potato went to get on the A cap, and then he got spotted by planes and circled back around, and then he went on the A cap and circled back around again, and now he's going to smoke up the Zal, but it's going to give OPG the ability to cap the A cap.
Well,
because they know now.
But giving them the points, giving them the cap for a few seconds while they get set is not really a catastrophe, is it?
No,
It
He's going to
can be.
smoke up, and then he's going to move back north. He's going to spot the other destroyer, and then he's going to have a Zal backing him at point blank range with HE.
I think the
that is
big
true,
thing.
but they've mirrored that though. OPG's moved their Zal into that smoke to the
Yep.
Yes.
northwest of
Yes,
the
they have.
too.
Interestingly
Just
enough.
a personal thing, guys. I just don't agree with that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Both
Interestingly enough,
teams jockey for caps early here.
Fratstar
Great Baron
was exposed
backing
for a
B.
sec.
Go ahead, Zath.
I was gonna say, Frat was exposed for a sec. He had to hold his fire on Ruslan because he was out of the smoke. He backed back into it. So now he's getting some DPM out on Ruslan as Ruslan's forced to turn back, and now the Gearing just got spotted again. And Gearing Torps are now spotted going through A. I
We
agree
saw
with
Great Baron
Sneaky here.
back B. Grandma's gone wild now, ducking his turn into B to flip that other way. What is it you agree with, Zath?
I was gonna say I agree with Sneaky's assessment here of allowing the A cap early like that. I mean, now that what is it? Grandma's Gone Wild is going into B cap. You know, they've got the ability to get the points back, but you have to be careful because if you allow too much of a point swing, we saw last game. I mean, 07 was against the wall for almost the whole match.
Right. Well, they kind of did it to themselves by not contesting many of the caps in a timely fashion. So
Yep.
they've capped C. They're contesting B. Their Potato looks like he's about to get back onto A. And I don't know if you guys are noticing what's happening at C, but all that's up there is a Des Moines and a Zal for well, kind of up there. They look like they're just going to push straight through here.
And it's a very interesting play to make because generally speaking, the southeast spawn team tries
Derek
to
just
hold
took
on to A and B.
Yeah, a good chunk off of Derek.
And Kirichiban, both of them just took a big chunk.
Now Grandma's got reset somewhere along the way. Somebody's
Yep.
oh wow, he took a decent hit there. I think they're just fishing for him in that smoke, and
Oh yeah.
he just took about 7K.
Well, he
Yep.
does have his AA on, so
Well, Baron is now back into B somewhere, holding that from capping as Potato works the bottom end of A.
well,
I mean,
finally.
07 does have a small lead here because right now they're the only ones ticking up points.
Yes, but Ruslan is being beat back quite a bit. He's at half health now, taking some withering fire from from Yamato and from Dr. Citadel even.
Dr. Citadel. Yep.
Here comes some Yammer
British AP
shells.
shells doing work.
He's taking more. Yep. I just think Potato could have made this play earlier because you see that island that's at H2 that was shifted over there. I don't remember when the patch that changed that it moved the island over a little bit, but I just think that getting on A early is.
It's possible that kind of delaying bit in and out. Maybe they're trying to tempt the other gearing into making a mistake, sticking his nose out just a little too far. Because you and I both know that's all it takes.
Yeah. Torp's going in on that smoke.
Indeed, but Fratstar is already behind that smoke.
He's actually
Potato
in the
now
smoke.
smoking up. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, Potato's smoking up pretty good.
Last time we saw Frat, he was behind the smoke.
Yeah, he's in it right now.
Oh, he still dodged the torps easily.
Yep, just barely missed him actually to the stern.
Okay. Well, 07 now picking up A and C, slowly opening. What about a 70-point lead here with 8 minutes gone here on the rubber game of the match. This is a winner-take-all. Whoever claims this one is moving on to the finals.
And I'll tell you right now.
Dr. Citadel now under some fire from the north. I guess Williams' guns are trying to send him a message long range.
And
also take a look. Both of their battleships, 07s, are I don't know, 2/5 maybe a little bit more hit point wise.
I was just fixing to say that both of their battleships are just beat to hell right now. Both at half health. That is one of the risks of running the Republic. It is just overall a less sturdy, less robust battleship.
Yep.
You pay that in exchange for getting those guns.
And what it is it's that 32 millimeter deck armor means it gets penned by 203
And by
millimeters.
everybody's HE.
Yep. So it just, I mean, HE just chews it up. Plus he set fires.
Ooh. Pulley just took at least one torp in smoke. He's down pretty low there. As one of the gearings is now, which gearing is it? Must be Akak back into A, contesting A.
He's about to get spotted though.
Well,
Cap and B.
that you would make Pulley very happy if they did that.
Yep,
I'm
here
sure
it
Pulley's
comes.
sitting there waiting to pull the trigger. There he is.
Tossing up his defensive A, it looks like.
Pulley is actually about to be spotted. Pulley is coming out of smoke now.
Oh no, this is very bad for him. Oh.
It's going to be rough for Pulley. He's got a pretty healthy Frat and a very, very healthy Pickle right in front of him. He has to be spotted.
He is now.
Yep, here come the Pickle shells. Come the Haimato shells.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Ooh, does take a deep hit.
Another one on the bow.
2700
3K.
HP. He's healing now. It's not enough.
Wow,
Frat
first
Star
time.
backs Pullicat and A.
First time we've seen Pullicat die this entire series, guys.
Now it doesn't flip the lead because 07 still retains control of A and C, but it does give OPG a ship advantage.
Look north at William the Dank.
William is very low, getting focused down now, under 10k healing. Grandma's gone wild, runs aground here, trying to get out of B. Takes a decent chunk of health for that mistake. William's trying to reverse. They really need, I mean, if they had a destroyer here, you'd say it's time to smoke William, but of course, William is wedged into these islands now.
Yeah,
Like,
and we
there's
just
nowhere for him to go.
we just saw the Des Moines over there. There's BFK as well. And it seems like, you know, they're trying to do something to help William, but they can't. William is now on fire.
William's going to burn
two.
out. Like, it's going to happen. The Des Moines can continue to lob shells in over the cover. He's trying to get close enough where that won't happen, but his position is yeah, he's going to go out here momentarily.
You can see every HE shell that hits just dealing damage.
Yep.
And
Because
I said 100. Black 37. Is this the
that
kill?
32 millimeter deck armor.
There it is.
Goes.
That last
OPG
penetration.
with two kills here early on the Atlantic, starting to tilt things in their favor as they're about to cap A. Once again, both 07 destroyers just badly beat up.
Invader Zim
And
is now
both
leaving. Sorry to cut you off there.
It's okay.
Zim is now moving out, trying to get his guns into play, and he was recognized, pinged on the minimap, which means that Cody is most likely looking right at him.
I'm sure he is.
Oh, no.
Zim's now trying to reverse
He is.
as Cody's secondaries start lighting him up.
Well, now they have to be careful, guys, because the guys that are pushing to the A cap are going to get a broadside on it.
Yes, they are. Well, I think Zim realizes that. That's why he's trying to get out of there.
Potato gets wrecked by Frat Star.
Yep. We know both of those destroyers were mighty low. It only takes one glimpse, and that's it. So things falling apart quickly for 07 here. They're down 3 ships on the Atlantic. They need a big kill to start trying to turn the tide if they're going to stay in and win this match.
Cody takes one torpedo.
Cody takes a torp. He's getting a little bit of cross-drop action. He'll take one more aerial torp.
Frat Star doing some mad work down there.
Yeah.
I can't believe Ruslan is oh, wait.
No.
I'm sorry. I got William's dead. Ruslan's still alive. I got it backwards.
Yeah, but Ruslan is just going to slowly get burned down here.
Yes.
By the Zath.
Well, he's got Cody's shells coming in on his port side right now.
And the auto shells as well. Oh.
Yep.
That-
Something in that smoke just took 2 or 3 torpedoes, or was that the island? It was the island.
It was... Maybe. I don't know. Is there anything in the... Oh.
There it goes.
Cody bags Zim. That was only a matter of time. Zim kind of pinned there with nobody to protect him anymore.
Oh no, Grandma's torps, I think.
Beautiful drop by the carrier.
Oh,
Yep. Wow.
Goodness gracious. 07 down 5 ships now here on the Atlantic.
Those torps just popped up out of nowhere. Wow.
Yep.
OPG's carrier making his presence felt here as they move out to almost a 300-point lead.
Oh, look at Ruslan.
Yep, Ruslan is literally seconds away from dead. There it is. Frat Star with his 3rd kill of the game. Guys, they did it.
Seems so. It looks as if OPG is going to come back from an 0-2 deficit to sweep the rest of the games.
Wow.
But we're not done yet. But I mean, statistically, I don't see how this is possible.
What a fight. 3 minutes away from victory.
Yeah, I hate calling things before they're actually over, right? Because it always bites you in
Yeah.
the ass. But I just, statistically, I don't see how this is possible
There's-
for
no,
07 to
there's-
come back from this.
There's nothing.
What's going to have to happen is Derek is going to have to get surprised by the Zhao. That's not going to happen. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Wow. That was incredible.
And who would have predicted this after the first battle went so one-sided?
Well, the other thing is that consider that 07 was seconds from victory in Game 3.
Yeah.
Right? They had Game 3. I won't say they had it in the bag because they didn't, but they were in a very strong position, and a shot by Pickle flips the score at the very last second, and that's what it takes. That's all it takes. And here we are in Game 5, and
Gave 'em hope.
OPG looks like they are in the catbird seat to move on.
Hey
Yep.
man, the Golden State Warriors blew a 3-1 series lead, and that 2-0 lead.
Yep,
it's-
it
you
can
just can't
happen.
get too comfy. You just can't get too comfy.
Nope. Well, again, this is why we play the games,
Yep,
right?
That is why you play the games. You just can't get comfy. And I think Derek might be able to get BFK at this angle, maybe.
Hard to say.
EP shells.
Game's
No.
going to be over in just a few
Oh
seconds,
yeah,
one way or the other.
Ooh, Derek. Yep.
Oh,
BFK.
wow.
There goes
Yep, there you
BFK.
go. You can't
There
show
it
too
is.
much angle to the American piercing, or it's over. I think Jones now is going to just get
Wow.
up here and end this.
Look at that.
This is too funny.
This is great. There's so much. Look at that. The rocks. The rocks.
They can't
Oh
even
my
shell each
God.
other through the rocks. It's
Battlefield
hilarious.
Friends noob
my
fight.
God. Dude.
Oh!
And that's it. And look at that. Look at OPG. They didn't even lose a ship. What a
Indeed.
way to end it. They're even getting some shells at the carrier for good measure. Ready.
A convincing Game 5 win here over 07.
Whew.
OPG moves on to the finals as last season's defending champions are knocked off here in the semifinal round.
Wow. That was incredible.
We got our
Oh,
wish,
my.
guys. We got our Game
We
3,
got
our
the
Game
wish.
5.
Unbelievable.
Wow. I talked about it to you guys offline. It just, the Southeast spawn, man, I do not like the push up through C. I just don't like it. I really don't. And they did
I'm
make
not a
pretty
huge
good
fan
push.
either. Not from
No,
the South.
Not from the South. Not from the South. And again, this is our sitting above and watching everything and being able to comment, like that. But man, oh man, they lost a lot of hit points on their BBs early. That's something that's extremely bad to happen. When your battleships take some big damage early, it's hard to influence the game because you're just sitting so far back. You have to go so far back, and then, it seems like that OPG is where they wanted to, and they just let the 07 guys kind of move into those spots where they were able to get really effective fire on. That's what it seemed like to me. They let them put themselves in positions where they were able to take advantage of them. I don't know if that's how you guys felt, but
I
sure
agree.
seemed like it.
No, I agree. I'm going to see if these guys have got somebody who wants to come in and chat with us for a few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please do.
I'm gonna go see how the other game is going real quick.
They're in the middle of game. That looks like they've just kicked off game. Hang on.
ZR is up by about
Yep.
400 points. So
ZR is also about to. It looks like they're about to force game 5 as well.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
I mean-
congrats to OPG for congrats to OPG for winning. Congrats to both teams for a hell of a series. That was a fun series to watch and a great series to cast. That's the kind of series that every caster wants all the time because there's so much action and it's so back and forth and it's a great one to show.
Yes, absolutely. Wow. And somebody, I just see it in chat. Somebody says, "quote reminds me of the OM comeback on me." And
I saw that.
This is literally that happening. Down 0-2, and then there you have it. 3 straight in a row.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Well, Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Let's see. What's the ship difference? Yeah. So ZR has not locked up game 4 yet, but it's looking very, very solid for them. They will probably force a game 5 in that series as well.
Yes.
It's not done yet. Quadrillis is commenting in his own channel. Somebody says OPG came back to win 3-2. He says, sweet Jesus, they pulled to Cleveland.
Yeah, the Cleveland Indians had a 3-1. Oh, suck it.
You must. I'm getting the impression that you're a Cleveland fan there,
Yes.
Sneaky. I wonder why that is.
Why? Because I'm an idiot. That's why. Because I'm an idiot.
You're not a Browns fan, too, are you? Because that would just make me
I said it earlier. Oh yeah, I'm a Browns.
Are you? Okay. All right.
Zath was,
my condolences.
when Zath was when Zath was like Chicago Bears colors.
There it is.
I said
ZR and PSV are going to Game 5 over on Quadrillis's channel. I've asked OPG to see if they've got anybody that wants to come by and talk to us. I have no response yet, so we'll see. But in the meantime, if you want to keep watching action, Game 5 going on over on Quadrillis's channel. If you want to hang out here for a bit, I'll see if we can get a post-game interview. I'm not sure.
Wow.
This has been a great series, man. This has been good semifinal action. 2 Game 5s, man. This is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? The thing is, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I can speak for you guys on this, but I couldn't have asked for a better series to cast. We know both teams were top-tier teams. We know both teams are amazing at what they do. And there's just excitement, there's adrenaline, there's action here. This is competitive on NA. That's it.
And it's great stuff, man. So we're guaranteed to have one new team, OPG, of course, in the finals compared to the last tournament. Now we're gonna have to see whether PSV will return for their second finals match in a row, or if ZR is finally going to be able to get over that last hump and make it to the championship game. But I expect it to be a close run thing, really. I mean, both of those teams are incredibly good as well. So.
Ooh, man, their Game 5 is on Sleeping Giants.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I almost wish I was casting that game. It would be so much fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to be tuning in. I don't know about you. Oh, man. So,
okay, guys. So here's the thing. It sounds like Krat Star's got somebody who wants to come join us. I'm not sure who it is just yet. It means we're going to have to end this call and duck back into a regular channel, which should be fine because we're done with matches, Sneaky. So you don't need to see what I'm doing anymore.
Okay.
Sounds good. See you there. For those of you guys on my stream, we're setting up a post-game interview here, so sit tight. As Raptor said, check out Game 5 of ZR versus PSV, also looking to be quite a game too. I don't know about you guys, but this is why I love Warships. This is why I love doing competitive and casting it. You just don't know what's going to happen. 07 obviously came in with an awful lot of experience, a lot of practice, a lot of training. They know their ships, and we saw several instances where they outplayed OPG. OPG coming in with, maybe something to prove, but more importantly, the ability to focus fire on the enemy we saw coming in, I think played a key factor in this ultimate win.
Absolutely, and it's just, it came full circle. 07 won so convincingly in that first game.
Wrong one, guys.
Oh, wrong one? Rip.
Wrong one?
The main one? The main King of the Sea server? Oh, Zath doesn't have that one.
Nope. So just send it to me if you can. I'll get in.
Do it here, and I'll send him a link. Hold
on. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. 07 won so convincingly that first game, and then everything came full circle. And then the last game, OPG wins so convincingly to wrap it up. That was crazy. That was crazy.
All right, I just sent the link over to Frat. I'm not sure who we're going to get. It might be Frat Star, it might be somebody else. We'll just see when they pop in.
Sorry to interrupt, Zath. Someone in chat. So what about this insider information?
Yeah, what was that?
So
Yeah.
I was told by one of the 07 members that they were in a hurry. Somebody had to leave. So they had a bit of a time constraint.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Now this is at the start of the match, before when we before the whole series began. So it is very possible that one or two of their players were up against a wall, literally, with a time constraint. And we all know real life comes into play sometimes. Looks like we have Derek Slide coming in to join us.
And Frat Star said Pickle should be coming too.
Who's coming?
Hang on, I gotta unmute him. There we
Okay.
go. There's one. How's it going, Derek?
Yeah,
No, it didn't
he's
work.
still muted.
Why didn't
He's
that?
still
Why did that?
muted.
Derek's mic is muted.
Oh, so he's muted on his end because I took off the server mute. Everybody's server muted when we bring him in here originally. There he
Hey
is.
guys.
Hey, man.
How
Thanks for
y'all
coming
doing?
over. We're doing good. Congrats on the big win.
Oh, thank you. Just
I
some
love a
tough
game
matches.
to watch. Oh man, big time.
07 played a very tight game, and those matches were very close.
Very. Now, to us, the big turning point, and we talked about this real briefly at the end of Game 5, was if you go all the way back to Game 3, you realize how close you guys came to getting swept out, and then suddenly, bam, here we are in Game 5, and you're making it look easy.
I just had a small request.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Pickle isn't here yet, but Pickle's going to be joining me. Deprived Pickle.
Excellent.
He's our BB player. So just let me
tell
him to get in the welcome. Sorry about that.
No
it's
worries.
fine. No worries. Take a second. Wait, he just tagged me. Okay, he's in the wrong. Is he in the wrong place? I don't see him in here.
There is.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
That's
I gotta take him off.
profile
I gotta take him off mute.
Get over here.
There we go. What's up, Pickle?
Hey, how's it going?
Thanks for dropping by, fellas. We appreciate you taking some time to chat with us.
No problem.
Yeah, our pleasure.
So, like we were talking to Derek, man, hell of a series, and I'm glad, Pickle, that you came because we were just talking about your rock star moment of the match, which was the very end of Game 3.
Oh, yeah, that was that was a nail biter.
Yeah, it was from our end, and we weren't even playing it. Just watching, realizing that shot you had on the Des Moines in B was basically the hinge point for the game, and if you could. And we were talking about this at the end of Game 5. We said if you go all the way back to look at that moment, they're seconds from losing. They managed to win, salvage Game 3, and then here we are in Game 5, and they're making it look easy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it wasn't easy. I know that. I'm just saying that the Game 5 win was just solid from top to bottom.
I think we did have good control. I mean, after every match, we were talking about what we could have done better. And 07 put up a fight all the way through. I wouldn't call these, easy matches. I'd like to, in fact, congratulate them on playing so well. I know there's a lot of bad blood sometimes that gets put out there against OPG. But the reality of the situation is that's all behind us, and they played well.
Absolutely. Both teams played very well.
If I could ask you guys a question, after the first battle, you guys were defeated handily in that first game. So what was it like afterwards? Can you just kind of talk us through a little bit about what the analysis was, what the decisions were, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, we just kind of break it down where we lost, what we think we could have done better. We kind of figured it came down to spotting. There was a lot of times that we just didn't have shots and we were getting nailed and couldn't shoot back. And so over the few games, we worked on that and a little bit on positioning and whatnot. And yeah, we worked together, tried not to get tilted. So it came through in the end.
I like that comment, tried not to get tilted. Doing competitive myself, I know exactly what that means, especially that second loss. You guys were probably starting to, so I get it.
I think we kept it together pretty well. Honestly, could have been a lot worse. We could have gone negative, but we just stayed positive throughout. And really the important part, like Pickle said, is we thoroughly examined what we could have done better. And I think I think that's the reason why we won.
Indeed. Hey guys, Sneaky here. Just wanted to ask you one quick thing that I thought of. I noticed that over the course of the games that their battleships didn't have as much of an influence over the game as they did in the first couple. And honestly, near the end in games 4 and 5, you guys were chunking their Republics down really, really heavily early on in the game. Did you change anything from a tactics standpoint to be able to get better shots, or did it just come down to what you mentioned earlier about the better spotting early on?
That's pretty much it, just having better spotting. Because, I mean, on Islands of Ice, when we lost that one, we had, what, 2, maybe 3 ships that were able to go dark and run away with only a couple thousand HP.
Yeah,
And, that's pretty painful to watch happen and so on. So, I mean, we positioned better a little bit and then used our plane spotting more effectively. And, once they're light and we start focus fire, you just watch them disappear.
absolutely. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you guys.
I have a question, and this is something that well, it's a quick one. You guys, and I realized I've just borked up my little overlay thing. I've got your clans listed wrong, so you'll see that later, and I apologize for that. I'm an idiot. Question on something we saw routinely was how they used the gearing in the Zao on the flanks, right? The gearing would come in, lay a big fat smoke cloud, you'd go park a Zao in it, and then you'd have to deal with it. Did you guys expect to see that coming into today, or was it something that you kind of had to adapt to dealing with on the fly?
Well, that was an adaptation, and it really screwed us over, I think, the first game. And the second game was more positioning than anything else. And then afterwards, it wasn't as bad because we expected it at that point. They did it again. So it was something we expected. Actually, in Game 5, I don't think they had a DD up there with the Zao and Des Moines. I'm pretty sure they didn't.
They did the Zao
They did not.
in the bottom.
That's true. They did at the bottom at A, kept it down at the north.
But we did the exact same thing right back to them with Frat and our gearing.
Yeah, and it worked very well for you guys down at A, for sure.
The one thing I noticed is the Republic just doesn't have the bow and sting potential the Yamato has. So, you can tell the difference in damage output just sitting there.
Well, that, and as we commented several times on the stream, the deck armor, right? Missing that 50 millimeter deck armor means that it just eats HE full pens for days.
Which is really nice about it, because the reality is I was able to, in 2 games, to do tremendous damage to them, to 2 Republics. Well, I might have been the same guy, and really, if that had been a Yamato, I would have seen so many shells shattering. So,
yep. All right, fellas. Well, anybody else got any questions? Zath, Sneaky, you guys good?
I did have one more, if you guys don't mind. So obviously, being down 2 games to nothing is something that's not enviable, but you're able to pull it back. And throughout the history of World of Warships comp, there have been other occasions where teams have come down from big deficits to at least force a Game 5 or win it outright. When you guys were in the middle of Game 3 and you're down to 2 games to nothing, and it wasn't necessarily looking too good from our perspective, were you guys worried about losing that Game 3 at all?
Most of us just get so into the moment. We actually have to go out of our way to point out time or points or so on, because we'll push when we shouldn't need to, because everyone's just got the adrenaline running. So at no point does anyone really say, "Oh, we're losing," and this is it. It's game on as usual. Everyone's in their zone and just goes. And it's not until you see the last couple ticks go that you realize how close or far you were or whatever.
Yeah, I could tell you.
Before you continue, in addendum to what Pickle says, we really don't have that attitude. There are games that we have won where we were losing and we were almost out of time, and we'll kill 2 ships and all of a sudden we win. So the fact of the matter is we don't really have time to focus on the loss, only on what can we do to eke a win out here.
And that's definitely the sign of a no BS legit elite team. Not getting too worried, not getting too down on yourselves, taking care of business. And honestly, guys, that was a pleasure to watch you guys have that mental fortitude to come back and win those 3 games. So again, at least from me, congratulations, very well done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yep, absolutely. Congrats, guys, and we will see you next weekend in the finals.
Can I ask a quick question?
Zath's got one more. I apologize. Go ahead.
One of my viewers is asking how the change in plane spotting torpedoes has caused an impact in competitive play. Would you guys be able to comment at all from your perspective?
Not really. I mean, when it comes down to it, we almost, if you ever watch my stream, you know that I almost always know when I'm getting torpedoed. In fact, this might be something not a lot of people are aware of, but if you have priority target and the DD is targeting you with his guns, it'll show up as a number. As soon as he switches to torpedoes, that number will go away or go down by 1. And more often than not, most people don't play around with that to try and catch us off guard. So we almost always, I'll say, oh, I think he's launched torpedoes. My priority target went off. And sure enough, there are torps coming, whether we spot them or not. Rarely do we get hit. I will say one thing. In the game on Sleeping Giant, we didn't spot the torpedoes. And that would be the only instance I would say it had made a difference. Pickly, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I mean, as a Battleship player, I always just expect PEDs 100% of the time, and it's no surprise usually when they show up.
Gotcha. Great words of wisdom, Derek. Thanks for sharing that good tip for people that are listening in.
Well, my pleasure, man. Always willing to help.
Absolutely. Well, again, guys, thanks. I appreciate your time. We will we'll see you next weekend. We'll be doing live from Austin, and looking forward to see you guys play in the finals. Congratulations again today, and good luck next weekend.
Yep. Best of luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
guys.
us. Take care.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Y'all take care. All right. Well, guys, that should wrap up our stream here for today. I got nothing else. Go ahead.
Just wanted to let you know. So ZR right now has a lead of about a little over 250 points here in Game 5, and they have 2 of the caps, and they're contesting the 3rd one. And they literally took a Henry IV and
I just
shoved
watched
that guy into A.
Yeah,
And-
I just watched that. I also just watched him torpedo a Des Moines at point blank range.
Wait, what just happened?
There's an Henri that's been sitting in A, that's been capping. They tried to send a Des Moines in to deal with him, and the Henri just angled enough to torpedo the Des Moines. He backed up, then he got double dropped by a carrier. I think they might finally kill him. Nope. Anyway, it's an interesting game to watch. Let me tell you, if you're not watching this PSV ZR thing, it is definitely entertaining. PSV actually owns all the caps right now, so they're looking pretty solid. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I see he just went down.
Henri just bought it.
Huh.
Well, listen, guys. Go ahead. What do you got?
I was going to say this has been a true pleasure casting with you and Sneaky, of course, and everybody watching. Really do appreciate that you're taking the time out of your Sunday to hang out and watch something that is 100% voluntary in a free-to-play game.
Absolutely. And guys, thanks for joining me today. I do appreciate it. Love working with the two of you to do this kind of event as always. We're going to be doing more of this, of course, next fall. I think talking to the admins and to Wargaming, we're shooting for fall for another tournament. So you'll have a bit more of a break between this one and the next one than the previous one. I have no idea about cross server stuff for that one, but I do know that in a few more weeks, about 3 or 4 more weeks, we are going to be doing a cross server event with the Asia guys. So keep an eye out on the portal and so on and so forth for that. We'll make sure we get some advertisement out and let everybody know that that's going to happen.
Sounds great. Have fun next week, and insanely jealous. Going to watch and enjoy the stream, and I guess that means we're back for the finals afterwards, huh? For the cross server.
Absolutely. If you guys are available, that was right now. That's scheduled for the weekend of the 9th of June. I believe that Saturday is the plan. We're working with about a 12-hour time difference with the guys in Asia, so it's going to be really challenging to figure out the timing on that one. But if you guys are available that Saturday, of course, I would very much love to have you around to do more of this for the cross-server event, just like we did for EU last time. The difference is that this time, I'm pretty sure we're playing on the NA server, so we should be in charge of our own cameras and our own destiny in that regard.
Home field advantage. Love it.
Yeah, something NA's never had on one of these cross-server events. We've always gone to Europe to play them.
You know, I would love to join you guys, but I'll be 8 days into my European extravaganza.
That's right. You're going to Europe. I'm jealous, man. You're going to have a great trip.
I cannot wait. My best buddy and I are going for a month to just enjoy the spoils of the old world. So I'm definitely going to be.
You are in for a treat, sir. You are in for a treat.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you don't come back with at least, and ZR just won game 5.
Yep.
If you don't come back with at least one story that starts, now this is no shit. You didn't do your trip. I'm telling you, man.
Yep.
That's the thing. All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign off here shortly. Next weekend's final match is going to be ZR, their first time in the finals versus OPG, their first time in the finals. And our
No,
third
that's
place
incorrect.
game. Am I wrong?
Supremacy League Season 5. It was OPG and Kraken Jackers.
Yep.
Right.
When it was just
I meant King of the Sea finals, but
Yeah,
fair
yeah.
enough.
Yep.
But we'll have two teams in the finals, and the third place game will actually be a rematch of last tournament's finals, as we see PSV take on Devastating Strike for third place.
That is correct.
And what time will we see that? Looks like 7:30 p.m.
It should be, I'm pretty sure we're going to start at 6 o'clock Eastern again. I will not promise, though. We have not finalized the scheduled time for that stuff with Wargaming. Right now, I think it's scheduled for 6 p.m. Eastern next Saturday, just like our other Saturday schedules have been. Again, this is something that'll get some publicity this week on worldofwarships.com and the various social media channels. So keep an eye out, and we'll make sure we get the timing right for everybody. But myself, No Zoop for You, and Kami Samurai are all going to Austin. We're going to do a live cast there with the stream crew. Out of the Wargaming office in Austin. We'll probably see Radar X. We'll probably see BTED. We'll probably see Tragic Loss. We might even see a Pigeon of War floating around. I don't know what his plans are. We'll see, but we'll have some Wargaming guys there to help show this up and do a big cast up and do it right.
Sounds great. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. All right, guys. Well, again, thanks for watching the stream this weekend. We hope you've enjoyed King of the Sea here on North America. Zath, Sneaky, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and we will see you guys again next tournament.
Sounds great.